we went, and then Matt Light obviously screwed with me. He took my shoes when he left a little bit before me and took my shoes and hit them on like another dock when like freaking 50 feet away.
Let's get into the chillest dude of the week, brought to you by our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/dudes and celebrate responsibly.
That's right.
Ooh.
Chillest Dude of the week, brought to you by Coors Light. Cold as the Rockies, baby. Cheers, Jules. I'm going to be sipping, I'm going to be dipping, and I'm going to be tipsy.
Tipping.
Oh, tipping. Yeah, sipping,
Dipping.
dipping,
And tipping.
and tipping.
All right, so on...
and Scottie Pippen.
and Scottie Pimpin. On this week's edition of the Chillest Dude of the Week presented by Coors Lights, we are going to be pulling back the curtain on the life in the NFL. We got some questions the other day that had us thinking.
Had me thinking.
So since it's Thanksgiving and football guys and girls love to hang out on Thanksgiving, we'll be answering some questions.
Where are the questions coming from?
From me and Jack. Me and Jack are
From the Peanut Gallery.
The question is
The Peanut Gallery. All right, the Peanut
What
Gallery.
up,
Come
baby?
on. Shoot some questions at us. Come on. Pew, pew, us.
on some planners type shit over
All
here at
right.
the Peanut Gallery. The question is that we settled on, we got a bunch here. How much do teammates in the NFL actually hang out?
That's a great
That was
question.
one that we kept getting, so
that
we
is
figured
a
we'd
question
break it down
that so many fans want to know as well, and they're so intrigued by it. Like fans really want to know this answer. But I would say teammates hang out all the time, but it's kind of like what you're within your own posse.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the whole offense is hanging out or the whole defense is hanging out, or it's kind of more of like the position groups are hanging out, and then also like two guys in the position group, and then one guy from another position group get along. It's kind of like that. Always hanging out. All players always see each other off the field, and outside of the locker room, but it's not like it's a team thing. It's more of like an individual hangouts with the guys.
There's different groups. DBs are always hanging out with DBs. That could
Yes.
that could be said. D linemen, offensive linemen, pretty much always hang out with the offensive linemen. Then like the skill group guys of the offense and special teams guys, and there's always a smorgasbord. And we used to have a group called the Fook that we used to hang out, which was like an old special teamer, Nico Kudavides, a couple practice squad guys. There was Rob. There was, then there was a couple defensive guys. There was a couple offensive guys. And we all lived next to each other. So I think that's why.
And the criteria to be in the Fook was just being a savage. So like, so now if you heard, now every listener out there that was our teammate, if you weren't in the Fook, it's because you weren't a savage.
Or it could have been the prereq could have been to fuck with my house, because the Fook was always fucking with my house.
Yes. Yeah, but you were a part of the Fook because you were always there and hanging out, and we were fucking with you. So that was part of the Fook.
I left my goddamn golf clubs out, like outside once.
This is all Nico Kudavides.
And I come out the next morning, because I leave them on my porch. Come out the next morning, every golf club's in the tree. Thrown in the tree. And this is in the spring when there's like frost and like it's fucking cold still. So like all my grips ruined. My whole bag is scattered throughout my whole fucking front yard. And then another time I'm sitting there and it's like 5:30, it's like 4:30, but it's late. So like it's dark.
Great story.
I get a knock on my door. And it takes me a little while. I'm playing FIFA. I think Slate's upstairs. And I go to the door. And I kid you not, I crack the door open. I crack the door open.
Like 4 inches.
4 inches. And I go to put my head out because I didn't see anyone from the windows. And all of a sudden I get smashed right in the head with a water balloon.
Snowball.
Snowball.
True story.
I close the door, turn off all the lights, tell Slate we're being attacked. Go get a freaking airsoft gun, go to the backyard. They start hitting me from the other side. It was bad.
Who was it out there throwing them?
Dude, it was the poet.
It was the freaking Rusty
The poet.
Benson.
Rusty Benson hit you with that snowball when you literally, I'm telling you, this is a true story. Jules literally, like in a movie where they cracked the door open barely and like poked their like eye out only, like it was 4 inches. Somehow he threw it 30 yards away and put it directly
boom,
four
right in the
inches,
face.
right off Jules'
Got
face.
cut. It was a hard snowball. I mean, I'm taking cover. I turn off all the lights, think we're getting fucking attacked.
You know what was great about it? We felt like a kid again. You know, when you do that as a kid, you throw snowballs.
So
at
we
a
do
house.
hang out.
Yeah. So
To
we
get
do.
back to your question.
Yeah, you hang out, but as a group.
But we
You know,
also
groups.
in the small town teams, I bet, like the Packers, you know, like we were all in Foxborough, which was like a small town, and we all lived like right next to each other in these like homes, like these everywhere. Like there was a block, and it'd be like all Patriots, and so like it was like a big ass dorm. So like, but we all had houses,
You like riding bikes and skateboarding to each other's houses?
skateboards, sometimes motorcycles, like the little ones. Like we had every off season we would buy a stupid toy of some sort, like remote control cars, or you know, because like the off season, it's pretty much you go work out, and then we would all work out at the facility at that time of our careers.
Dola provided the volcano. Like he had a volcano set up upstairs in his room, and it kind of acted like a volcano, and it would blow up like a little bit. The volcano. You don't remember the volcano?
No. Oh, the volcano.
Yeah, like the drawing was the setup was unbelievable.
The
Like,
volcano.
the guy loves geography and volcanoes, and it just
Topography.
Yeah, like it was a simulation. It was wild.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then ping pong tables. I had a ping pong table. You had a ping pong
Dola had a
table. Ping pong was everything. That kept your hand-eye coordination
Felt better.
on A game as well.
Cornhole.
Yeah,
A
cornhole.
lot of cornhole.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Ping pong?
We hang out.
Is ping pong
Oh,
ever
never
in
mind.
the facility?
No.
'Cause you hear that with like teams like
We used to remember we have it in the
Yeah.
dryer room.
It was way back in the dry room, and
So
like,
you had to go to through the equipment room to where they used to dry the towels. We'd go in and get like a quick game, but it couldn't be seen.
so it's an unsanctioned ping pong table.
Unsanctioned.
Yes.
Did it
ping
ever
pong
like
table.
the powers that be ever find out about it?
Yeah, they knew.
Yeah, they knew, but no one ever used it like that. It was every once in a while, so it was never a big deal.
And only
if you were
certain
playing.
guys used it.
Yeah, and only certain guys. Like you had to be like in the club.
Trashketball was a big.
Yeah, that was in the locker room.
What's trasketball?
Trashketball is where we'd have the floating trashes, you know, that are on the wheels, and you'd put them like 30 yards away, and it'd just be like who could shoot in the trash.
What was it, a soccer ball that you
It
would
was like
shoot?
a soccer ball
Yeah.
or something, and you'd have two guys on that side, two guys on this side, and it'd be just shots.
Oh, heck yeah.
I don't even know how it went, but that's what it was.
And how many times during the week are you guys hanging out not in the facility? And like, are you at this or like someone's house that everyone's going to, or is it just kind of like?
Certain guys had whoever
Yeah.
was on the same schedules.
It was every young bucks. I mean, if someone was married, I mean, you got to go home to your kids and stuff. So like, you're hanging out with your family after.
Yeah.
But like when we were young, like
No
20s,
families?
no one had a girlfriend, no families. It was basically every night.
Yeah.
It was every other night.
Because we all lived
Yeah.
together, or so, you know what I mean?
And everyone was within a mile away. So, yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into it. But when you're young in the NFL, you're hanging out with your teammates a lot more.
But there's also, you have your married men. So like Rob said, you have family men that they would just stay at the facility as long as they could because they couldn't do anything at the house.
100%.
Avoid it.
Or the married men on our team would sneak out at night and try to come to our house.
Yes.
Yeah, and they would.
their
They'd be
dog.
like, "Yo, I'm walking my dog right now," and they would knock on our door and they'd be like, "Yo, what are you guys doing?" And we'll be like, "Whoa, Nico, good to see you." That's just
Nikovic
one
would-
name. That's just one name we'll use.
Oh my God.
I'm walking my dog right now. What's going on in here? Can I join?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
dude would slam 2 shots and then go back home, back to his wife. Fucking slappy.
The page will never listen to this, so we're good.
Yeah.
If she did, then who cares? Let's get Nico in trouble.
Nico, you can't walk your dog 7 times tonight.
How many group chats? Is there like official team group chats, like positional group chats, like the friend? Like the
There's a
fruit
lot
group?
of group chats.
Yeah.
There's like, you have your boys group chat, you have positional group chat, you have group chat with coach and position. There's like a lot of group chats.
Yeah, group chats. I bet you now too.
Now it's probably like shares on Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok shares. We were a little early for that,
I can see that.
but we were sending memes and stuff. I guess.
Group chat's got to be huge in the NFL now. Yeah, it's got to be. It's way easier to communicate, to the position. The coach probably just has a group chat of all the players, and
Yeah.
boom, just to feed them the information.
Text.
Is that how you guys would get information? Like if practice time changed or like something the next day, or did you get an email, or how'd that go?
It was a text, but group chats weren't a thing when we were playing.
Not as big.
No,
Yeah,
not
I
as
feel
big.
that.
So you would just communicate with each other individually if something changed, the time changed.
Someone would call.
Yeah, or
okay.
get a phone call. Yeah, it wasn't more of a group. It was just individual communication then.
I feel that.
Back to like team outside of facility dynamics, right? You got like when you start the league, you're like rookies and young. Like, is there a moment when like, let's say you're a rookie or young team group, like someone like Randy Moss would like take like, oh, invite Rob to do something?
Yeah, Wes tried to do that all the time.
And
Welker would always like, there was a cool group of guys.
the older guys.
Yeah, and we were like the slappies. And like Wes would invite like Rob to do something and not like any of the other guys. So Rob used to get poached all the time.
Yeah.
'Cause
But it kind of like when you're a rookie, you're only hanging out with rookies
Yeah.
at that time. Like you got to gain the respect of your teammates in order to get invited to like the veteran stuff or the older guy stuff.
you had to do some shit to
Yeah.
be invited to like a veteran thing.
Yeah, you got to stand out somehow, some way.
Is that mostly on the field or is it like
Both, everything.
Both, yeah. You got to
be good on the field.
go down the field or like at least showing like that you're gonna impact the team, and also or maybe just like you're outrageous in the locker room, like you're making everyone laugh or
Like
something.
you're fun.
You're fun. Like you're different. You know.
And when you get older, you understand because when you're there for a long time, you don't even know how. Like we were part of a group that like half the time some guys weren't active. You know, when you're a young group and you're with the rookies, some of your guys get cut. You know what I mean? Like so, there's like a lot of turnover. So when you're older, a lot of those guys wouldn't invest time in everyone because they know they're not going to be around.
That makes sense.
Was there an ever time either of you specifically remember like the first time you got like a tap on the shoulder for like the veteran group?
Yeah, remember when we went on the. We actually both got the tap with Wes when we got to go on the boat.
Yeah, we got to go on the Hooters boat.
We went on the
where was
Hooters
this?
yacht.
Yeah, the Hooters yacht. It was
What?
Wes was friends with the Hooters owner or someone big up in the Hooters
Yeah.
world, and the
Nice.
Hooters yacht was in
Boston.
What?
Yeah, in
We had
Seaport
dinner on it.
Park. Yeah, we had dinner and
Wings?
Matt Light was there,
Light.
and that was when I got tapped into kind of the next level of.
I think
all right,
I
that
got
rocks.
tapped to make
invited
him
now.
feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, that rocks.
So
I was his plus
we went,
one.
We went, and then Matt Light obviously screwed with me. He took my shoes when he left a little bit before me and took my shoes and hit them on like another dock when like freaking 50 feet away. And he sat there the whole time until I left, and he watched me look for my shoes for like 15 minutes, and then he felt bad, and then he came walking over like, Rob, your shoes are over here, man. I was praying for you. Yeah. That's how much he loved me. That that was the first time he felt bad.
Damn.
Instead of sitting there for 3 hours having me look for my shoes,
Barefoot?
he actually came back and was
Rob
like,
would
"Here,
have sat
I
for
hid
3
your
hours
shoes."
to find those shoes too.
Bro, freaking light.
Yeah, Light.
Man, just cruise around Boston Harbor on the Hooters yacht. That's rocks.
It was.
We didn't
No
cruise
shortage
around.
of
It was just
flotation
parked.
devices.
We had dinner
No,
on it.
I thought we cruised.
Did we? Oh,
Yeah, remember
actually,
we went and
you're
saw
right.
we saw the fort.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did cruise.
We
Actually.
cruised it.
But
it was
I
kind of
mean,
sick.
That sounds so baller.
It was sick, and that was like the first yacht I've ever been on. I'm like,
Same.
this is like NFL life. Like you can be on yachts. Like this is crazy. But to your point, I know you guys are thinking, was there 100 Hooter girls?
No.
there was no other girls. on
It
the
was just
Hooters
me,
boat.
Rob,
Yes,
Wes, his girl, and Matt Light and his wife.
yes. So it
Or
wasn't like
wives or girl.
wasn't like there
we
was-
were like the together.
Yeah. It was Julian and I were looking at each other as Hooters. Put it that way.
Yeah, we were like, man, this could be so much more fun.
Jules, why did we come? We thought there was going to be like 50 Hooter girls on here, and they were going to serve us
Yeah, and that
chicken
didn't-
wings and
That's the real
burgers.
reason everybody goes to Hooters. The wings, bro.
Yeah, the wings.
It's a family. It's a family.
Is Hooters
establishment.
even around anymore? I thought it went bankrupt.
making a revamp though. I think.
I think they're around.
They're around.
I think so.
Remember the one we used to
They're
drive
re-
by? The where's the one that we used to go by every
Providence?
Providence.
yeah.
TF.
And that one shut down now.
I've never been to it though. We never went to it, but our bus went by it to the airport every time, and every guy would just be at the locker room like, man, or at the bus window like,
Yeah.
what's Hooters?
Hooters? Should we stop or should we go when we come back? It was the worst Hooters of all time,
Oh.
too. It looked like a dump, but whippy do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whippy do. It's Hooters.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I don't think Hooters goes anymore. There's this new one, and my mom got me. So it's in Florida, and it's Twin Peaks. And
they're
my mom,
popping.
we were sitting at dinner, and she had a friend over, and she's like, she's like, she somehow brought up Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks was brought up, and they were cracking jokes about it. And I'm like, what's so funny? Like Twin Peaks, like I don't know, mountains, like I don't know. And then they're like, you don't get it? And I was like, no. And they're like, Twin Peaks. And then my mom was like that, like with her tatas, or just show. And I was like, oh, I get it. 2 mountains.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 2 mountains
right.
that are twinning.
Oh my God.
On a chest. It's kind of like the new upper Hooters, I would say.
It's like an upper echelon Hooters.
Yeah. So now I make
a mountain
jokes all the
theme.
time. Mom, let's go to Twin Peaks. She's like, we're not going there.
Cut to us doing a show from.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need a little group outing out over the Twin
God.
Peaks. R&D, we're just checking it out.
R&D. And that was the Chillest Dude of the week. Thanks to our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/dudes and celebrate responsibly.